But me, oh my, I can't let one go.
Dying in the spring would be the worst. So many younger, prettier things ready to take your place. Ambivalent to who you were, what you desired, who you loved. What I found, though, was that there is no good time. And the truth of the experience is not well served by words because, by every account, I died that day. Yet I'm still here. So, is this silent space just a moment between breaths, a night between days, or a haunting between forms? All I can say is that I now find myself in a place where all of those things might be true. And that, as they say, is all she wrote.
Thank you. Truly is a pleasure to spend time with the last remaining people in this city who read actual books. Or at least the ones that read mine. So if I haven't rambled on too long, I think we have time for some questions. Yes, hi Colleen, nice to see you again.
Can you give us a few tidbits on what your next novel is going to be about?
I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, well, can't blame me for trying.
Oh, it's not because I don't want to. It's because, honestly, I'm not sure myself. So if anybody has any ideas. Yes. Hi, thank you.
Hi, I was wondering if I could ask you another question. Your character, Summerby, what was your inspiration for him?
Summerby. Pretty sure he only appeared in a few pages.
It's 5, actually, and he's referenced in a 6th.
Wow, Tanner, you know my book better than I do.
Well...
Summerby was inspired by a professor I had in grad school.
I knew it had to be something like that. Because I actually created a chart where I've surmised all the characters' backstory.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I could show it to you if you like. Maybe we could get a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. I know you like Sauvignon Blanc.
Thanks, but my husband's waiting for me outside.
Yeah, but didn't you just get divorced?
Sorry, I'm running late for a meeting. It's nice to see you again.
Hi. Sit.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind if we chat out here. It's a little crazy tonight with everybody getting ready for Frankfurt.
Oh, yeah, of course. Listen, I haven't given up hope that I'm going to have a treatment for you to take.
That's okay. I gave up hope myself after you missed your, what was it, 3rd extension?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's been really hard for me to focus since
Your divorce, yeah, I know. It's okay. I'm not going to push you on that anymore.
Really? Well, that's great, thanks.
We've decided to go in a different direction here.
Okay.
Wait, are you dropping me?
Business hasn't been the same for quite a while now. You know that.
Yeah.
We had this discussion last time you were here.
Yeah, we also talked about how I have more awards than any other writer on the roster.
Yes, absolutely. But accolades don't necessarily translate into profits. Right? It's all about tent poles now. A handful of writers do all the business, and everybody else fights over the scraps. And it's the same everywhere. It's books, it's music, it's movies, it's...
Right, but there's gotta be room for more than just vampires and housewife bondage porn.
Absolutely. Just not at a major publishing house. Not anymore. Ironically enough, vampires have been keeping the lights on around here for quite a while. Including paying for your advances. Which, by the way, we're going to need that last one back from you.
Excuse me?
Since you haven't met any of the step deadlines, the contract is technically in default.
But I've spent most of it already.
Excuse me, Philip. They're waiting for you in conference 4.
Look, I'll have business affairs get in touch for all the details, okay? Be well.
Oh, wow. That was You know what? Who needs publishers anyway?
Yeah, this is the writer with a publisher.
I ghostwrite young adult novels and could be replaced at any moment. You are the real writer.
I sure don't feel like much of one today.
Please just put that Windermere medal around your neck and take your pick from whoever's left.
Which isn't many, actually. Oh, maybe this really is the end of an era. Oh, excuse me, can I get another round, please? And do you want to split some nachos?
I'm sorry, didn't you say something about wanting to get in shape?
Yeah, starting tomorrow.
An order of nachos, please.
You ever thought about self-publishing? I'm serious. I write a pulpy page turner, put it online, and make 50 Shades of cash.
If only it was that easy.
James Mollison made 7 figures last year on digital downloads alone.
Really? That much?
Uh-huh. And he was a virtual unknown when he started.
It's just, I've been with a major publisher for years, and I get that online is legit now, but wouldn't that just feel like a step backwards?
Who cares?
Well, it's probably just my bruised ego speaking, but I've been dumped by both my husband and my publisher in the same calendar year, so I care.
If you can't get a new deal, you can always go on the professional dirt tour. Not really, actually, you suck.
I do suck. Can we play something else?
I'll just cut right to the chase. I'm pretty sure you've met with everyone there is to meet with.
It was in no particular order, I swear.
Even so. We would love to have your next book here at Beau Ross.
Really? That's great, thank you. I guess I'll just have my agent hit you up for an outrageous advance and then I'll get to work.
We don't offer advances anymore.
Oh, but how is an author supposed to survive, especially living in New York City?
Well, the majority of our clients also usually teach creative writing.
So, in order to make up for the fact that it's become virtually impossible to earn a living as an author, you want me to take money from other people by teaching them how not to make any money. Thank you. Hey, Mom.
Hey, sweetheart.
How you feeling?
Well, I feel a little nauseous, but I'll live. How were your meetings?
They were good. Yeah.
So you found a new publisher?
You know, I haven't exactly committed to anybody yet, but,
Hannah, I don't want you to keep spending money you don't have.
Mom, you're continuing on with your treatment. That's not up for discussion.
It's just so expensive.
Well, let me focus on getting the money, and you focus on getting better, okay?
Okay.
All right, I really should go, but I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Okay, bye.
Oh, Hannah! Hey!
Oh, hey, Marlo.
Hey, so, I got something for you. Someone left this outside your door, and I didn't want to just leave it sitting there, so, you know, there's a couple sketchy characters living in the building now.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Hey, so, I'm glad I just, ran into you because, well, I was wondering if you want to go out again. Maybe try that new fusion place that just opened down the block. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Great. How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Shoot, you know what? I got a thing.
A writing thing?
Mm-hmm, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna check my schedule and then I'll just, get back to you later this week.
It's a date.
What are you doing here?
Can I come in? Listen, after you left, I thought about our conversation and I decided I'd like to have you come back to the family.
Well, I can't. I'm relieved I am to hear that. I'm actually working on something new right now.
Yeah, that's good. But I actually have a project for you.
Okay.
Did you ever read any of the Sandra Mitchell series?
Yeah, I've skimmed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I admit, the stories she writes aren't great, but her story is. Single mother of 3 living in a trailer park, jumps on a sexy vampire bandwagon, writes an international bestseller. Problem is that she's only been a capable writer at best. And now, between you and me, she's developed a problem with painkillers. Can't string a sentence together.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How do I fit in?
We want you to take over writing the series.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Been translated into 43 languages. We can't keep up with the orders.
So, how would that work legally?
Legally? Well, you'd obviously have to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Wait, you said that you wanted me to take over writing the series.
Yes, absolutely. As a ghostwriter.
So I wouldn't get any credit.
No. But we could offer you 5% of the net profits.
For doing all of the work.
Hannah, 5% would get you 10 times what you're making now in your own writing. And we'd forget about that advance, too.
How long do I have to think about it?
Till I leave this apartment.
And can I at least get you a drink?
Yeah, I'll have what you're having. This would be great for you, Hannah. No more pressure of trying to live up to your last novel. No more big speaking engagements. Actually, you're doing both of us a favor.
One Bloody Mary.
Cheers. So, what do you say?
I'm afraid I'll have to pass. Souvenir. Thank you.
Well, it's shocking.
How gory it is.
How sellable it is. You wrote this all in one night?
Yeah, it all just kind of slid into place.
A woman gets revenge on the people in her life who broke her heart by stabbing them in the heart. And I love how meta it is with Bloody Mary being a writer and killing her former publisher.
Thanks. I have no idea where it goes from here or even what to do with it.
Let me publish it.
You?
Or us. Together. I've actually been thinking about doing something like this since I brought it up the other day.
Wouldn't you want to do this with your own project?
Well, yeah, sure, but I don't have anything right now. And I totally love this. Besides, I figure if I can't have your talent, I can at least make money from it. It's a win-win, really.
Well, how would that even work?
We do it all online. Sell subscriptions to people who pay us some pocket change to get a new chapter pushed out to their device every week. It'd be like Murder, She Tweets.
Serial fiction about a serial killer?
Exactly. And look, I know you're strapped for cash, so I can put up all the money to get it going. Not that we'll need much. I will take care of everything else. You just write and cash checks.
You really think there's going to be any checks to cash?
If this works out the way I think it can, you are going to make way more money than you did before.
Okay, let's do it. 100 people have downloaded it already?
Yep, and it's only been a few hours since we went live and did that first email blast.
That's great. Do you want sugar?
No.
So how much have we made so far?
Not a cent. The first hit's free. You gotta, get them hooked.
So what drug dealers do?
Hey, if it ain't broke. 607.
This is exciting.
I know, right? We should have some blogger reviews in soon too. That'll, help we create some buzz.
I'm so shocked you understand all that stuff.
Good. Stay that way. Helps justify my percentage. Would you like to see your Twitter page?
I have a Twitter page?
You do now.
That looks awesome.
Thanks.
Are you just sending out all these tweets on my behalf?
Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as I don't have to do it.
I just want you to worry about writing. Speaking of which, how is the second chapter coming along?
It's coming. What?
Hello?
Hannah Ryan.
Yes.
I'm Detective Austin McEwen. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yes. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, thanks. I believe you know Philip Donnelly?
Yeah, is this about me not paying back my advance?
He was murdered last night.
Oh my God.
When was the last time you saw him?
A couple days ago at his office. I can't believe he's dead.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. How long did you know Mr. Donnelly for?
10 years, maybe more. I'm sorry, I don't know what this has to do with me.
We found a printout of the Bloody Mary Chronicles at his office.
Oh.
He was stabbed in the heart.
Wait, am I a suspect?
Well, you're more of what we would consider a person of interest.
Isn't that just a fancy way of saying you're a suspect?
Yeah, pretty much.
All I did was write a story.
Yep, a story about an author who kills her publisher by stabbing him in the heart, and then your publisher ends up getting killed in the same way.
I admit, it's a bit of a coincidence.
What's a lot of a coincidence?
Do you really think that if I killed him, which for the record I didn't do, that I would first publish my plans?
Well, you might if you wanted to make yourself an obvious suspect so that no one would suspect you.
Doesn't that seem a bit far-fetched?
Yeah.
Well, what if someone was really angry with him and just used it as inspiration?
That's a possibility. Do you know anyone who was upset with Mr. Donnelly?
I didn't know him on a personal level.
Okay. Well, what about like a disgruntled employee or a wannabe writer who was rejected by his publishing house?
Or a writer who was dropped from his roster?
Yes, exactly. Okay, do you know someone like that?
Yeah. Me.
Good news. Bartender verified your alibi for last night.
I know it seems like I was drinking alone on a Friday night, but I was actually brainstorming for my next chapter.
Well, your writers do some of their best work in bars.
Does this mean I can go?
Yeah, I'll walk you out.
Do you still think that my writing has something to do with all of this?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. I mean, it's probably just a coincidence, and even if it is related, most likely it's a one-time thing.
Do you have any leads?
Not yet, but Philip's assistant said that he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah, he was honest to a fault.
Can I ask why you're dropped from their roster?
My writing doesn't exactly have mass market appeal.
Well, I guess I'm not part of the masses then.
Wait, you've read one of my books?
I've read all your books.
Wow.
Wait, are you surprised that I'm a fan or that I'm a cop who reads?
You know, I'm surprised when I meet anyone who's read any of my books.
And yes, that you're a cop who reads.
So what did you think of my first chapter of the Bloody Mary Chronicles?
It's good.
Oh my God, you hated it.
No, it's not that I hate it. The writing was great. It's just the subject matter.
What about it?
Well, I deal with murders all day long. It's not really something I want to go home and unwind with.
Oh, yeah. Sorry if I sound a little defensive. It's a new genre for me and I'm still trying to find my footing.
Well, here's my card. In case you ever have any technical questions.
Thanks. I still can't get over Philip being murdered. I mean, I just saw him. And the fact that it might have something to do with my writing.
Okay, I honestly don't see how it could.
He was stabbed in the heart.
Sure, but we released a chapter in the morning and then he's murdered that night?
Austin said pretty much the same thing.
Who?
The detective.
Okay, you're not gonna burn any calories reading the paper.
I'm multitasking.
Oh, we need one of those carrots dangling on a stick. Except replace a carrot with a glass of wine.
Oh my God, have you read Timothy Robinson's column?
Okay, I told you not to look at your reviews.
Which only made me want to look at them even more.
You got a ton of great reviews and one iffy one.
The only thing worse than Hannah Ryan's attempt at crime fiction is how badly I wanted every second back I spent reading it.
Okay, that is one opinion by a bitter hack who's had a hate on for you since grad school.
A bitter hack with a huge circulation. Some people still read newspapers.
Look, we knew there was gonna be some resistance to your new direction. Who cares? Haters gonna hate.
Did you just quote Taylor Swift?
Okay, Taylor Swift does not own that line. And yes, I did. Shake it off, Hannah. Just shake it off.
How are downloads going?
They're okay.
Not great.
Oh, they just slowed down a bit more than I'd like.
So what do we need to do?
Oh, I need to find a way to stand out. Everyone and their dog is releasing an ebook these days. Literally, there is a dog credited with authoring a book.
Please tell me he's not selling mine.
You don't want me to answer that.
Seriously?
Here's an idea. What if we leak the connection to the murder?
Oh, wait, we're not even sure that they are connected.
Well, exactly. Let the reader download the chapter and make up their own mind.
I don't know.
Hannah, what do we have to lose?
For starters, our souls for using Philip's death as a way of selling subscriptions.
Please, he would do it.
All the more reason we shouldn't.
Think about it. We could hype it like Mark David Chapman and Catcher in the Rye. Okay, we would get so much free publicity.
I admit it's a good hook.
It's a great hook. And I know how much you need the money.
I'm sorry, but there's gotta be another way.
Well, I guess you could always release a celebrity sex tape.
Oh, God. I don't know what's sadder, the idea of people wanting to watch writers doing it, or the fact that I don't have anyone to make a sex tape with.
I'm just glad you finally stopped sleeping with your ex-husband. You did stop, right?
It was one last time.
Hannah!
I was drunk and vulnerable, and it was a moment of weakness.
Look, I get it. Jason is charming in like a used car salesman kind of way. But seriously, he leaves you for a woman you are trying to help break as a writer. And not only do you pay him alimony, now you've become his booty call.
I know. I'm pathetic.
No, you're not pathetic. Which is why you need to take inspiration from Bloody Mary and stop acting like you are.
Hannah, hey.
Oh, hey, Marlo.
How's it going?
Good, yeah.
Good. So as luck would have it, I'm just on my way out to grab a bite. Maybe you want to tag along and we can have our second date.
I just ate.
Or you can always just have a drink and watch me eat. I promise to chew with my mouth closed.
Sorry, I gotta write my next chapter.
When's the deadline?
Basically now.
Then I guess we'll wait a day or two and then go out.
Listen, Marlo, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm just not really ready to date yet.
Oh.
You're a really great guy. It's just, it hasn't even been a year since Jason and I split, and...
Yeah, hey, it's all good. Anyway, I'll let you get to your writing.
Thanks. Called the police, and they're on their way.
Don't shoot.
Help.
Just me.
Jason,
I knocked, and then I waited a bit.
so then you just thought you'd let yourself in?
I was in the hood. Needed my softball mitt.
So you call and you ask first.
I don't see what the big deal is.
The big deal is that you don't live here anymore. So it's breaking and entering.
All right, fine. You're right. My bad. When I realized you weren't home, I just thought I could get in and out without having to upset you. It was almost a perfect crime. But then you foiled my plan.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do. You gonna join me?
Yes.
So, how is your mom doing?
She's doing the same.
Well, if there's anyone who can kick cancer's ass, it is your mother.
Thank you.
Cheers. I gotta say, you did look pretty sexy all in that night.
You like the femme fatale thing, huh?
I mean, if that's what all that was, then yes. Yes, I do.
Did you really come over here just to get your softball glove?
I mean, that. Among other things. So, you, released a new book, huh?
It's just a chapter of a serial online thing. It's...
Wow, listen to you. Online serial.
It's the wave of the future, I think. I don't know.
But whatever it was, I read it. And it was pretty badass. Julia thought so too.
Oh, the woman who destroyed our marriage is a fan. It's fantastic.
Okay. I just thought that you would want an opinion from another writer, that's all.
I know she's a writer, Jason. I was her mentor.
Right. Sorry. Anyway, I also wanted to remind you that you were behind on this month's check.
You just had sex with me and now you're asking me for money. Great timing, Jason, as per usual.
I'm sorry.
You know, money is a little tight right now.
Okay. But you are gonna get it to me though, right?
Right.
Okay. Great. Thanks, Hannah Banana. You're the best. Okay. Oh, one more thing.
What?
Julia's pregnant.
You're kidding, right?
No, it's not like we planned it.
Oh, I'm not gonna give you another cent.
Hannah,
No, I'm not gonna help you start a family with somebody else.
you didn't want kids.
Neither did you.
Okay. This situation has nothing to do with my alimony.
It does now.
Hannah, I carried us. While you went to college and then didn't work so that you could focus on your first novel, you owe me. And the judge agreed. It's that simple. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. And I want my money. Okay, come on. I don't want to leave things like that.
What, do you want my blessing?
No, but I want to talk to you about something.
What now? Would you like me to be your child's godparent?
I'm still in love with you.
What?
We were in a rut. Okay, and Julia came along and she's cute and she's sweet, but she's not you.
You're having a child with her.
I know. It is horrible timing, as always. Please, can I come home?
You have no idea how long I've wanted to do that. Come and enjoy the moment.
Who knew you had such a violent side?
Oh, do you like the chapter?
I loved it. Especially how the victim is a critic who gives her a bad review.
Well, in the first draft, I killed Jason, but I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of thinking he was my muse.
As long as that's the reason.
As opposed to
Sparing him because you're still not ready to get over him in real life.
Trust me, I am more than ready.
Prove it.
How?
Sign you up for a dating site.
No thanks. I would like to be swept off my feet, not swiped off the screen.
Fine, then do it old school. Ask out a real life person.
Like who?
Take your pick.
I'm not just gonna walk up to some random guy and ask him out like I'm in a singles bar.
Okay, you said that detective was cute, right?
Yeah.
So call him.
Say what?
I don't know. Ask him if he wants to investigate your body.
I'll think about it.
Okay, well, while you think about your personal life, I will focus on your professional one and get this ready to
Julia.
Hey, sorry for just stopping by like this. We were in the neighborhood and wanted to save you a stamp.
Yeah, here, it's a little short this month.
It's a lot short.
Yeah, I told you yesterday things are a little tight.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I gave her a call yesterday to see how her mom is doing.
Oh, that is so sweet of you.
Yeah.
How is she?
She's fine, thanks. Listen, I'm gonna try and make it up to you next month once money starts coming in on my downloads.
Well, congratulations, by the way. I hear it's taking off like gangbusters. It's so horrible about your publisher getting murdered, though.
Yeah, it was a real shock to us all. Listen, I'm gonna go upstairs and keep writing.
My writing's going well, too. Though not as good as yours, obviously.
No, you're gonna get your break soon.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But my career's gonna have to take a back seat, probably. The baby and all.
Oh, right. Congratulations to you, too.
Thank you. We're so excited. We're on our way to look at cribs now.
Good luck.
Bye, Hannah.
Nice work.
My pleasure.
Yes. Bloody Mary kills the woman who cheated with her husband. Well, I am glad that homewrecker finally gave you something positive.
Do you think it's too much that she's pregnant?
Hannah, this woman murdered your marriage.
Marriage was on life support long before Julia came into the picture.
Okay, stop.
What?
Feeling like you have to make an excuse for everyone. Julia deserves your wrath, even if it's just in your fantasy.
Only in my fantasy, I hope.
Relax, chapter 2's been out 3 days and no critics have been killed.
That's not a measure of success I ever thought I'd use.
Oh, maybe the threat will scare them into giving you a good review. Not that you'll need to.
Speaking of the press, what's on the agenda for today?
We have a big day, actually. We start with an AMA on Reddit.
I have no idea what you just said.
And then we have a couple podcast interviews. And then we have this live web show for authors where they take questions from Twitter users.
When do I sit behind a table and sign real books for actual people?
3 years ago.
Welcome to Reed Reads, where Reed talks about what he's read. It doesn't work the second time. I'm here with author Hannah Ryan, who just recently released the second chapter of her serial killer anthology, The Bloody Mary Chronicles. Thank you for joining me today.
It's my pleasure.
So, it seems that this shift into a new genre upset some of your fans.
Really?
Well, @home_aloner thinks that you've sold out.
I guess I can understand why it might seem that way, but this was just the story that wanted to come out.
He does go on to say that if anyone deserves to be murdered, it's Hannah Ryan for writing this crap.
Suddenly reminded why I avoided social media for so long.
Why don't we move on?
Please?
Speaking of murders, I did get another comment from viewer @ColdSiphoner, thanks for watching, asking, what's the connection between the murder of the publisher depicted in your first chapter and the tragic real-life murder of your former publisher?
The police aren't even sure that there is a connection.
But they've questioned you?
Yes, but I'm no longer a suspect.
But you were at one time.
Maybe right off the bat, only because it was such a big coincidence that he was stabbed through the heart.
Wait, I assumed that the only connection was that the victim was your publisher, but you're telling me that he was killed in the exact same way that you wrote about in the first chapter?
Like I said, the police aren't even sure that there is a copycat killer.
So you're saying there might be a copycat killer on the loose?
No comment.
We'll be right back.
Okay, no, this is good. Coincidence or copycat? Oh my God, here's a good one. Murder imitates art.
I cannot believe how quickly the story took off.
Oh man, your lack of media training paid off in spades.
It's like the more adamant I was, the less he believed me.
Hey, which is why you have no reason to feel guilty. and I have 22,304 reasons to cheer you up.
What's that?
That is the number of people who have downloaded your chapter.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I expect that to double by morning.
Wow, that's more than you projected, right?
Way more. Whoever made that connection did us a huge favor.
Well, it's not like we leaked it ourselves.
I want to line up more interviews.
What if they ask about the connection to the murder?
Just stick to the party line. You can't comment on an ongoing investigation. Neither confirm nor deny.
Won't that just make them more inquisitive?
Hopefully.
Can I drink during the interviews?
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Of course. Well, I really shouldn't discuss an ongoing investigation.
Yep. Thank you, too.
Detective McEwen.
Hi, this is Hannah. Ryan, the writer.
Well, hello, Hannah Ryan, the writer, or should I say media personality?
Oh, yeah, that's, part of the reason that I'm calling. I wanted you to know that we were not the ones to point out the possible connection.
Yeah, but you're not exactly going out of your way to downplay it, are you?
Yeah, I hope we haven't caused too many headaches.
Well, it's raised the profile of the case and the pressure to solve it.
But when you eventually do solve it, you're gonna have even more accolades, right?
Well, or when I don't, I'll get demoted to traffic cop.
Could that happen?
One can only hope. So what's the other part? You said telling me that you're not responsible for this media storm is only part of the reason for calling me.
Oh, well, I thought that maybe to make it up to you, I could take you to dinner.
Yeah, there's a place near the station if you're free tonight.
Tonight's great.
Well, see, I've always been the athletic type, but I never want to. Oh, you don't believe me?
I believe you. Why not? That sounds legit.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make it a career. However, I did go to Penn on a football scholarship.
Whoa, Ivy League? What did you major in?
English.
Well, that explains your great taste in authors.
This is true. When I graduated, I realized I was qualified to either be an English teacher, work in a coffee shop,
Cool.
or follow my father's footsteps and join the NYPD. I am sorry. I didn't know they serve wine in miniature bottles here.
What are you talking about? Apparently, 2016 is a great year for Toledo Chardonnay.
Well, at least we know it's fresh.
Who wants, old wine? Gross. This way I can just pretend like I'm on an airplane. Or that I'm giant.
Here you go. Quinoa fritters and a side of green salad.
That's actually me.
Oh, sorry about that. Here's your bacon cheeseburger with onion rings.
You had to say the whole name. I'm probably not gonna finish all of this if you want some of it.
Well, I'm actually not a burger kind of guy.
Please do not tell me you're a vegetarian.
No,
Oh, God.
I'm vegan.
Oh, no, you're serious?
Yep. I'm going on a year.
Oh, no. Are you actively trying to shatter every cop stereotype? Or are you going to tell me you don't like donuts, too?
I don't.
Oh, man. Well, full disclosure, I may have had 1 or 2 mini bottles of wine to get me through my interviews today.
Never would have guessed.
And I probably had 2 more after I asked you out on a date. Wait, here's what you do need to know, though. I am not an alcoholic. I was nervous because this is my first real date since I got a divorce.
Yeah, I get it. Of course, I get it. And look, I'm sorry this place is such a letdown. I usually like to, keep things casual on first dates.
Oh, no. I like to be casual. I was already wearing this.
Well, if there is a second date, I promise to take you to a place with less plastic, and full-size bottles of wine.
That I'm into.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good morning.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
I don't usually sleep with someone on the first date.
Oh, no, we didn't sleep together.
What did we do?
You don't remember. That's okay. We came here and we had this like really great 30-second conversation and then you passed out. And then I came to the couch.
Was I snoring?
Yes, but that's not why I went to the couch.
What else was I doing? Please don't answer that.
No, you're fine. You just, you had a little bit too much to drink, or a lot too much.
An officer and a gentleman. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to stay.
Actually, when we had that brief 30-second convo, you sort of begged me to stay.
Do you want coffee?
I'm actually a green tea kind of guy.
Of course you are. I can make breakfast. Good. I can whip up some great toast.
Toast sounds delicious, but I have to get back to work.
Wait, I thought, did you say today was your day off?
It is, but my sergeant texted and needs me to come in.
Sure.
Okay. I'll call you later.
Sure. Okay. Oh,
Well, bye.
bye. Hey, Marlo.
Yes!
What is that for?
You almost had sex. Seriously, between that and all the downloads, Philip's death is the best thing that's happened to you in a long time.
It feels terrible to admit, but it's kind of true.
So you guys gonna see each other again?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that he made up a reason to book it out of here this morning, so I'll probably never talk to him again.
Wow. Okay, you really do not know the first thing about guys, do you?
Not a clue. Hello?
Hey, it's Austin. We need to talk. Hey, why don't you come down to the station? Do you know a Timothy Robinson?
The book critic?
Yeah. The book critic who tore you a new one and then turned up dead.
Please don't tell me he was murdered.
Stabbed in the heart.
My chapter wasn't anywhere near him, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. One of your pages was stabbed into his chest.
I don't believe this.
You know, I look back at some of his reviews and it doesn't seem like Mr. Robinson was part of the Hannah Ryan fan club.
No, he hated everything I ever did. You don't think that...
No. Luckily, you have a solid alibi for the time of his murder. Me.
I don't understand. Why would someone be doing this to me?
They might believe that they're doing it for you.
Really?
The two victims are real people you used as inspiration for fictitious murders. Now, while you didn't actually want them dead, it's pretty obvious that you didn't like them.
But I didn't name either of them publicly.
No, but it wouldn't be hard for a fan to figure out who you're referring to.
I never should release the second chapter.
Okay, well, here's a list of everyone who has downloaded both chapters.
It's a long list.
Yeah, well, it's gone kind of nuts in the last hour since news of the second murder broke.
People know already?
Someone put two and two together and the Associated Press picked it up. It's all over the internet. Do you have any parameters?
Austin, if you give us some parameters, we can narrow down the search.
Yeah, sorry. Well, they would have needed the chapters prior to the murders, obviously. And both victims lived in Manhattan, so if we limit it to, say, 20 miles?
That narrows it down to a mere 1,287.
You gonna look into all of them?
It's police work. I'll check and see if anyone has any record of violence or mental health issues. I'd like for you to look as well. See if anyone jumps out.
It looks like your ex-husband downloaded both chapters. Okay, if it turns out to be him, could you just like shoot first and ask questions later? I'm just saying, you know, maybe something positive could come out of all of this.
Seems like you two have had your fair share of positive. Your downloads, the publicity you're getting is better than any Super Bowl ad.
Well, I'd give it all back if none of this would happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Of course. Do you mind emailing me the list?
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks. I'm gonna go back to the station, but
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
We didn't know. But we suspected and we chose to look the other way.
Okay, Hannah, you have to believe if I truly thought anything like this was gonna happen, I never would have pushed you to release that second chapter.
I know. But we can't release the one where we killed Julia, at least not until they catch the guy.
Obviously. Oh, you are not gonna believe the number of interview requests I've had today from mainstream media sources.
You turn them all down, right?
Okay, hear me out.
No, I'm not doing any press.
Okay, look, I get that you feel bad about what happened. So do I. But this has the potential to be front page news. Okay, we are talking the difference between tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't care. And what about the money we have made so far?
What about it?
When am I gonna see some of it?
As soon as we cover our startup costs.
Wow. Starting to sound like a real publisher. I'm gonna go.
Hey,
Hey,
not too busy, are you?
what?
Why can't you say hi?
What do you need?
I need you to look into these two names for me.
Darby Ross and Hannah Ryan. Isn't that your girlfriend?
No, I mean, yeah, it is, but she's not my girlfriend. Well, we went on like one date.
Wow, not really the trusting type, are you?
No. I mean, as far as I can tell, these are the only two people benefiting from the murders.
So you think they're offing people is, what, a marketing campaign?
Maybe. Or possibly one of them. I don't know.
Bit far-fetched, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's going to be a second date, I'd like to know it's not with a serial killer.
So what sort of stuff do you want to know?
The kind of stuff you find when you're off the clock.
Got it.
Thank you.
Seriously? Jason, I told you we're not gonna do this again. Julia, how did you get in here?
I used Jason's key. I'm so sorry. I just needed somebody to talk to.
So you broke into my apartment? What's the matter?
I lost the baby.
Oh, God. Oh, Julia. Hey, I'm really sorry.
I didn't know who to talk to. And last year, before I messed everything up between us, you were the one I used to turn to for advice.
Does Jason know?
He seems relieved.
Well, I'm sure that's just his way of grieving.
He's just been really distant lately, and he's angry all the time.
He's probably just, freaked out about the idea of being a father.
Maybe. But he was like this before I got pregnant, and I thought that the baby was gonna bring us closer together, but it just did the opposite. Was he like this when you got married?
Yeah, I guess he was towards the end. Jason is the kind of guy who gets really excited about a new toy, and then he just eventually gets bored with it,
Are you saying that he's bored with me?
I'm just saying, he knows when he's made a mistake, okay? And if you give him a little bit of space, he'll probably figure out what he really wants.
Okay. Thank you. So, when does the next chapter come out?
There's not gonna be a next chapter, at least not for a while.
Why?
Do you read the news?
Oh, no. It's too depressing.
Did you bring that?
No, a courier dropped that off when I was waiting for you.
It's from my old publisher. Looking forward to many years of continued partnership.
Oh, I thought that they dumped you.
Yes, they did. What is this about a continued partnership?
You held back on us, Hannah.
How?
You claimed you had writer's block. And then, only a few days after you leave us, you're not only inspired by the most commercial concept you've ever had, but you write and release the first chapter. Stephen King isn't that prolific.
Well, I'm sorry you don't believe me, but that's the truth.
The thing is, it doesn't matter what I believe. You haven't repaid your advance, which means technically you're still under contract.
I'm gonna see what my attorney says about that.
Our lawyers can sue you for breach of contract.
I guess we'll just have to find out.
Well, we won't have to find out if you come back to us. And continue to write with the support of one of the country's top publishers behind you.
You only want me because I'm a success now.
You're right. But you're only half the success you're going to be once I turn you into the next J.K. Rowling.
I can do that on my own.
50 Shades of Grey started as Twilight fan fiction. It wasn't until the author hooked up with Random House that it became a worldwide phenomenon. Which is exactly what I'm going to turn your Bloody Mary Chronicles into. And this is how sure that we are.
What's that?
Your next advance.
$500,000.
Way more than any advance they've ever offered me before.
Hannah, they're only offering this to you because they know how much the Bloody Mary property is worth. I mean, if you take this, they will own you.
If I don't, they'll sue us.
Sue us? For what?
They're saying because I haven't paid back the advance that I'm still under contract.
Okay, well that's debatable.
And that I acted in bad faith by dragging my ass on the book that I owed them, just tricking them into firing me so that we release the book ourselves.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we can't afford to fight them in court.
We could if we released the third chapter.
Well, that's insane, no.
Okay, no, just hear me out. I have been thinking about this. What if we change the victim from Julia into someone completely made up? Okay, that way the killer would have no idea who you were writing about.
And who's to say he wouldn't just pick some random person to murder?
Do you honestly think, with all this hype, the publisher is just gonna sit on releasing this? Okay, that is not what they are giving you this money for.
They promised that they would wait.
They are trying to bribe you, okay? Threaten you into going back to them. Can you honestly believe anything that they have to say?
I don't think that I have a choice.
You always have a choice.
Not if I'm under contract.
You have a contract with me too, you know.
Yes, I know. But it's not like we've seen any money. Darby, what are you doing?
$10,000 doesn't seem like much in comparison, but it's just a start.
This is after you paid yourself the startup costs?
We'll worry about that later. I know how much your mother needs it.
It's really generous, Darby. I'm sorry. Me too. They're saying they're going to turn it into the next Twilight if I go with them, and I will never have to worry about my mom again.
So what, I'm just out?
No, come on. Obviously, I'm going to make sure that you're compensated for everything you ever did for this whole project.
No. Okay? You won't. Because you have no idea what I have done to launch this. You have no idea! You should go. Go! Take your blood money with you.
I've never seen her that mad before. Not that I blame her.
So if you go back to your publisher, aren't they going to want you to release the next chapter?
Well, they said that they would wait until you find the guy. Listen, they have a bunch of stuff they have to do to switch over the site, so you got some time.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to need more than time.
Well, it's not going well.
I'm following a couple leads.
Good.
So what do you think?
Oh, I didn't really have high hopes when you offered to share your vegan cooking with me. So I have to admit that this is way worse than I imagined.
A bit dry?
Dehydrated styrofoam would probably be better.
Well, if you want something to wash it down with, I'm sure I can scrounge up some of the wine coolers we confiscated from underage kids.
No, thank you. I'm actually taking the night off drinking. Maybe the week.
Hold on. So you're saying your almost drunken one-night stand with me was your rock bottom?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Seriously, I used to be like a 2 glasses of wine on the weekend kind of gal. And then I got divorced.
And now you're in the bottle a night camp.
I am the bottle night camp counselor. So it's a good thing that I'm taking a little break and getting back in shape. Started jogging.
Oh, yeah?
Thinking heavily about starting to jog.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Hey, can you come talk to me when you have a second?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I gotta get back to work.
Please.
But I want you to hold on to that because you love it so much.
Oh, what a gentleman.
I'll call you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Second date?
Depends. What did you find?
She's in some pretty significant debt. Looks like she got taken in her divorce and she's paying for her mother's cancer treatment.
Yeah, she told me about that. Anything else?
I was able to hack her Wi-Fi. Her search history shows that she Googled killing someone by stabbing them in the heart.
Yeah, but that's what any author would do for research, right?
Exactly.
Okay, is there anything that specifically connects her to the victims?
She did go back to that critic's website and look at her negative review a few times.
What about the first guy that was killed, the publisher?
There was an email exchange where he was hassling her about an overdue treatment and found something about how they wanted her to pay back in advance.
So some things that speak to motive, but nothing concrete.
Yeah. I'd say the chances that you're dating a serial killer are 30-40% at best.
That's cute. It's real smart. What about Darby Ross?
Hey, man.
Hannah doesn't like it when you're in her apartment when she isn't home.
Okay. What is it, your business?
I just know that she doesn't like it. That's all.
Right, okay. How do you know that? Do you put your ear to the wall and listen when I'm over?
No. Hannah told me.
Right, okay. Well, you know what she told me? That you wait by your door for her to walk by just so you can pretend to run into her.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and sometimes she goes out of her way and comes all the way up the fire escape just to avoid walking past.
That's not true. Hannah and I went out on a date.
Yeah. Right, okay.
That's the truth. And we talked about going out again sometime.
I'm only gonna tell you this one time. Stay away from her. Do you understand? Okay, good. If you tell Hannah that I was here, the next time I see you, I'm not just gonna squeeze your neck. I'm gonna break it. Understand?
It's me!
Tanner?
It's me! I don't know what I did wrong.
You chased a woman down an alley.
I was calling out to her. I figured she couldn't hear me because of her music, so I was just trying to get closer.
What were you doing in her place?
I saw her on TV, on one of those tabloid shows. She just looked so sad, like she needed a friend.
And you two are friends?
Yes.
Okay, does Hannah know that?
See? To Tanner, your friend, Hannah. People online are saying all sorts of negative stuff about her. I just wanted to offer her my support.
Okay, just give me a second. Well, he definitely has a screw loose, but I don't think he wants to hurt you.
What about the murders?
I checked out his alibi. He was at work during the time your publisher was killed.
At least I'm not in any danger.
Not that we know of.
Do you think I should be worried?
I think maybe you should stop running alone at night.
Oh, excuse not to work out. Finding some good news.
Says your third chapter is ready to download.
I don't know anything about this.
You're lying.
I promised you I wouldn't release the third chapter, and I didn't.
Yeah, well then who did? It was uploaded to our site and you were the only person with a copy.
Not the only one.
You think I did this?
All I know is that I didn't, and you have even more to gain.
I was against releasing it from the start.
Maybe you ought to change your heart. This way you can get all the benefits, but play innocent and not upset your new boyfriend.
I didn't release it. She's doing this to force my hand.
How?
The publisher said the deal would be off and that they would sue me if I released any more chapters without them. But now we'll have the money to fight them in court, right?
Well, that sounds like a great plan, but it wasn't mine.
I already had to talk you out of releasing it.
No. I was the one who tried to convince you to make the victim someone completely made up. I might hate her, but I don't want Julia dead.
Julia Harper?
Yes?
I'm Officer Bradford. I've been asked to stay with you.
Why?
Just come with me, ma'am. I'll explain everything.
Hannah, how could you do this?
No, the third chapter was never supposed to be released.
But it was.
I got killed in it.
You know, you were pregnant, and it just seemed like everything in your life was working out for you, and mine was falling apart. I was jealous. But that's the old me, okay? After everything that's happened, I'm a different person. I'm so sorry.
Sorry is not going to keep us safe.
We'll have an officer parked in front for the time being.
Oh, good. So that's it. We're just going to do nothing until this guy gets us.
No. I'm gonna do something to fix this. A lot of people online and in the media are questioning my motives for releasing the third chapter, saying it was irresponsible of me once we knew what was really going on. And, you know, they would be right. But it wasn't me. Someone else got access to the material and uploaded it without my knowledge. And so now I'm begging whoever is doing this to please understand that it was never my intention to release the next installment. Please, just stop. Don't hurt anyone else.
You did the right thing.
I'm glad that you think so. The Post thinks it's just another publicity stunt.
No, it's the Post.
The Times pretty much accused me of being the killer.
Maybe stop reading the news.
I can handle it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what a bunch of strangers think of me.
Wise.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hey, Hannah, this is my friend Kane. She's helping with the investigation. You got something for me?
I found out who leaked the connection between your first chapter and the publisher's murder.
Really, who?
Darby Ross. She sent out the Twitter message during that online interview you did.
So she's been using the murders for publicity since the start.
She also contacted the AP after the second murder to get it on the wire.
There's more. Do you know that she was hospitalized?
Yeah, she suffers from bipolar disorder, but she takes medication. She hasn't had an episode since college, as far as I know.
But you said she's been acting out of character, right?
Yeah.
Apparently when she experiences these episodes, she can get violent.
Wait, you're not suggesting...
Next to you, she has the biggest motivation to drive sales.
But to kill people?
Maybe she went on for medication.
Why would she do that? She knows she needs them.
It's expensive. She probably lost her benefits after she got laid off.
What? What are you talking about?
A few months ago, she's in pretty serious debt.
So what now?
For your own safety, you're gonna need to stay away from her.
Excuse me. How is he?
He just got out of surgery. The doctors say everything went well and they expect him to make a full recovery.
I'm just glad the bullet didn't hit an organ.
How did you know that?
Know what?
That he was shot.
Oh, I heard some of the police officers talking down the hall, and they said that Austin was shot and Darby was stabbed. How is she?
She's still in the operating room. She lost a lot of blood.
Thank you. No, let me. Did she see who did it?
I don't know. She was unconscious by the time I got to her.
Oh my God. This is all my fault.
What are you talking about? Darby's the one who released his third chapter.
Yeah, but she never would have been targeted had it not been for my video.
Yeah, but you didn't name names.
Look what happened to you.
Well, had I known what it would take for you to kiss me, I would have gotten shot a long time ago.
You on a lot of drugs, huh?
Big time.
How long do they think you'll be in here?
That's a few days. Listen to me. In the meantime, I need you to go somewhere safe and stay there. Okay? What part of me telling you to lay low did you not understand?
I had to do something.
So you write yourself as the next victim? Please tell me you haven't released this yet.
I'm letting people download it for free.
Wow, okay. And so what's your plan if he comes for you?
You guys will arrest him.
Hannah, I'm not letting you use yourself as bait for a serial killer.
Do you have a better plan?
Anything would be a better plan. Yeah, I have an idea.
Hannah! Are you worried about the killer coming after you now?
He's not gonna come after me.
Hannah, how can you be so sure?
He stabbed my friend in the back and then shot the detective while he was trying to save her life. He's a coward. He doesn't have the guts to kill me.
So, how'd it go?
Good. I called him out on camera.
Okay, pack a bag.
Ma'am, I'll be out front if you need me.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks. Thanks for letting me stay here.
Yeah, no problem. I figure you'll be safe with that cop parked outside.
Are you sure that Julia's okay with this?
I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but she felt better after Darby ended up being the third victim.
Can't say that I blame her for that. Where is she?
At work for another half an hour or so.
Are the cops okay with that?
If she stays out in the open and around her coworkers, apparently, yeah. Come on, let me show you where you're staying. This is you. The couch pulls out. I'm sorry it's small, but at least you have some privacy.
It's not much smaller than our first apartment.
Oh, man. I totally forgot about that. Do you remember the futon that we used to sleep on?
Do I? Still have nightmares about it.
Yeah, me too. We had a good time, so, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. What are you doing?
I don't know. What am I doing?
Oh, come on. We can't do this.
Why not?
Well, for starters, your living girlfriend is going to be here in 30 minutes.
Well, that's 25 more minutes than I need.
Ew. Oh, seriously. Wait, seriously, though? I'm seeing someone.
Okay. For what? Like a week?
I'm serious. Come on, get off me. Come on.
Look, I get that you're upset. All right? About Julia getting knocked up. And you have every right to be. You do. But it's done, you know?
So is this?
Why?
Do you really still need to ask me that, Jason?
It's been good.
No.
It's been good so far.
No, it's been pathetic. It's been so pathetic on my part for letting you use me.
What if I wasn't using you?
What are you talking? What do you mean?
I want to come home.
Please don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
It was a
today.
7-year itch, okay? Whatever you want to call it, I didn't know what I wanted. I know what I want now. It's you.
It's funny you realize this now that you stand to make a whole lot of money.
Oh, God, That is not fair.
Yes, it is. Your alimony is based on what I made when we were married. So if you can talk your way back into my life, you can stand to make a whole bunch more money.
I don't care about the money. I'll sign a prenup if you want.
No. No, it's over.
Please.
No.
Please, Hannah, don't do
My
this.
chapter in my
Please,
life
just
is
give me
done.
one more chance.
It's done.
Why are you being like
You're
this?
hurting my hand. Stop.
I opened myself up to you and you act like my words don't mean anything.
Stop, you're hurting me. Get out of here.
Okay. Let you unpack it.
Hey, babe.
I'm gonna go.
How come?
I don't want to be a bother.
There's a crazy person out there after you.
Honestly, I'm just gonna get a hotel room.
No. You're not going anywhere. Right?
She wants to go, just let her go.
Jason, why are you doing this?
I don't think she should stay here either.
What?
Honestly, you guys should talk.
No. Hannah, I want you to hear this. Jason, what are you talking about?
Look, Julia, it's not you. You were a rebound. And this was never supposed to be something serious. Sorry.
You're not taking him back, are you?
What? No.
Okay. So, it was just sex? What? You think I didn't know what you two were doing? Even making you believe that you were going to be a father wasn't enough for you to keep it in your pants.
Wait. You faked the pregnancy?
Yes. I was giving you one last opportunity to do the right thing, but shocker, you failed.
You guys really need to talk.
No, Hannah, sit down. At first I was like, oh, Julia, you can't be jealous that he's screwing his ex-wife. Turnabout is fair play, right? But it turns out that I am just the jealous type. So I weighed my options. Do I leave you? Do I smother you with a pillow while you're sleeping? But then Hannah wrote Bloody Mary, and the writing, it spoke to me. It was like an instructional manual, and instantly I knew what I had to do. So I killed your publisher.
No, you didn't.
When I came to you last year, I wanted your help to become a successful author. And that's exactly what you're gonna do right now.
What did you write?
The Bloody Mary Chronicles.
You want to take authorship?
Yes! Okay, let me tell you guys a story. Once upon a time, there was a novelist suffering from writer's block. That would be you. So, she came to a younger, far more prolific author, moi, and asked her to ghostwrite, which she did. I mean, the project was good, but it needed some help taking it to the next level. That's when the murder started happening, and sales went through the roof. And in a shocking twist, the murderer turned out to be, dun dun dun, the cheating ex-husband. His plan was to reveal the truth about me being the real author and then cash in. But then I walked in on him trying to kill you. And sadly, I had to kill him in self-defense. Oh my God! Oh my God! No, Hannah, take a seat.
Why are you doing this?
I'm just finishing what we started.
No one's gonna believe you.
Of course they are. It's a great story. Plus, there's enough evidence planted to back it all up with logic. That's what I was doing in your apartment when you caught me the other day. But then, you told me that you weren't releasing any more chapters, so you really didn't give me much choice, did you?
You released the third chapter.
First, I didn't know who to kill, being that I was the next victim. But then you so kindly set the stage for me to sell the idea that it was Darby that went rogue.
You think this is gonna kickstart your career, but you're wrong.
Shut
because
up.
you're just a hack. You wanted my life so badly that you took my relationship and my writing because you couldn't create anything worthwhile by yourself.
I told you to shut the hell up.
You're pathetic and a wannabe.
Stop
and
it.
nothing that you do right now is gonna change that.
Yeah, we'll see. Bye, Hannah.
One of the reasons why Mary was good at killing was her ability to see the world on a purely symbolic level. Everything and everyone around her was a representation of something inside of her. So taking a life to make room for new life, in a way, was no different than pulling weeds from her garden. The reality, of course, was more complex than that. These bodies Mary had dispensed with, full of bone and blood and breath, were also sovereign beings of their own kingdoms. And killing them came with a price. So, while wounds were most certainly healed, new ones had opened up. Wounds she hadn't yet noticed. My hope for Mary was that she would feel them before it was too late to sew them up. And I think I'll stop there.